Hi everyone. I'm just putting together or just finishing off a new journal, and I thought it might be fun if we share some of the pain, or I share some of the pain of when I come to make ephemera for it. So tags, basically. I've taken these file cards as my size because they seem to work really, really well. Now the journal itself is based on a lady's sort of botanical sketchbook, watercolours, hence my fascination with those of you that saw my post on Facebook about, watercolours, so frustrating. So it's got very much a pinky tone. So I've picked out some papers which are going to go with that. So we've got some graph paper. Now these are Tracy Fox papers. I will put a link to these below, but I love the black and white images on them. So I thought they would make a great collage for the sketchbook, which is what I'm doing, and some other stuff. Now this one I thought I would take as my first background, but I'm not going to put it on the tag just yet because I make a mess. And I've got a load of die cuts, which I want to colour. And I also bought myself, as I mentioned in my last post, this flower press. That's the make of it. I got this off Amazon. It is expensive. And it looks like a Tupperware box. Just a quick sort of show you what you get. So bits of plastic. And then, as you can see, I've been having a play. You get 2 layers of felt, and the flowers are sandwiched in between these cotton. So 2 bits of cotton, felt on top, and then this. And yeah, it is very expensive. I think I paid £27 for it on Amazon. And I'm like, oh, have I done the right thing? But it works. So instead of taking hours, I'll just get rid of that. It takes me about 40 seconds. So this is a box of stuff that I've done. I have got quite a bit in the new journal, so mint. And it works. I'll show you. There we go. It works really, really well. The only failures I've had are these sort of geraniums, but I think I might have nuked them a bit long in the microwave. But the petals didn't take kindly to that. But some of the other stuff has worked really well. So that, I think, was supposed to be lavender, but that's worked. I'm dead impressed with it, and the flowers. So I want to make some tags up with the flowers and some dried, paper cutouts. So first things first, I need to just colour these. So, oh my life, here we go. So this is just a very cheap travel set. I actually had 2 of these when I went to have a look. But, I went to dig everything out and I had so much stuff. It's like, oh. Now because this is going to be pink, I figured let's have a vape. I need it to stand out. As you can see, I haven't cleaned it off very well. I do have quite a low attention span, I will say. But I figured I just wanted to. Now I've coloured these with pencils in the past. I zoom in a bit, so. And it works, but there's not a lot of definition on the. On that a bit brighter. So I'm thinking, oh, watercolours. Okay. I want it to look like it's been painted rather than just coloured in. Well, that's my theory behind it anyway. And if I stick a load more water on it, I'm hoping it will run down. Maybe not. Maybe it needs wetting. Oh, that's working quite well. Okay, too much water. Let's try. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I think what I love about these is it's so unpredictable. There are all sorts of different colours in this book, but I wanted it. I don't know. I just wanted it to be a bit less than. I didn't mean to do that. Although, yeah, why not? Right, if I right, let's stick some. What I have got into is now. Please don't ask me what the colours are because I don't know. I think that's either sap green or hooker's green. I went for the names I recognise in my acrylic paint sets, and I've quite got into bluey green flowers, or leaves, should I say. Yep, I'm liking that. And then what if we stick in a bit of yellow? Maybe, maybe not. Right, let's see what happens. If we... Oh, that's better. I think I'm going to call it quits at that. Now I want one that's going to stand out, so I think I'm just going to take, so if I stick some of the blue in there, and just go along the tops, I think, for this one. There were many suggestions on Facebook as to who I can watch, and I have to say I've subscribed to a couple, and one was a lady that shows watercolour. I don't think I'm learning anything because I'm just sat there looking in sort of wow, total admiration for these people because they are just superb at what they do. I know practice makes perfect, but sometimes too blue. But there are just so many different things. It is, let's get rid of some of that. That's better. I did take a watercolour class once, an evening class, but was so totally uninspired by the lady that was doing it. I don't think I've finished the course. It was very, oh, is that it? I think I'm going to leave the stems white on that one for a bit of contrast. What are the colour flowers? Oh, actually, let's go for a bit of yellow. Now I do want a fair bit of colour on this. So if I stick in a bit of red, I think it's the way everything sort of goes together. No, yep, I forgot to say this is going to be a lot longer than a 10-minute tag because it is so fiddly. But I have to say, extremely enjoyable. Right, I think I'm going to leave the others white, maybe. Yep. Right, I'm going to leave the others white as a contrast. So I'm just going to dry these and I'll be right back. Right, everything is now dried. If I just show you. Oops, making a mess. I think that's my favourite, although it wouldn't stand out on that background. I am really liking that one. I did actually go over that just to take out some of the yellow because it was a bit too bright. And then a little yellow one. Now what I want to do is a kind of collage thing on the back of this. On the front of this, should I say, rather than the back. So if we get rid of the bits. I know somewhere along the line it's gonna work out maybe. I wanted a picture to go up the side. I will put a link to these papers at the bottom. I quite like that one actually. And I was thinking that the colours aren't far off what I want, and because it's a ladies' sketchbook, or a sketchbook, it doesn't matter what sex it is. I thought these, whoops, I've got a new baking sheet and it's a little bit, that bit. Let's get rid of that. I wanted it to look, my journals take so long because I get lost in the detail, and it sometimes I have to put them down, come back to it and go, oh, that's what was wrong with it. Many years ago I used to show horses, and in the show ring you very quickly learned to hide. As long as you knew what your horse's fault was, you could hide it from the judge. It worked most of the time. And so with this, I need to stand back every so often and go, ah, that's what was wrong with it. Now I'm quite liking that on there. And then where's my bit of graph paper? That's too big. I just want a strip to go under there. Now with this one, I'm going to put this over the top. Ooh, actually, that might suit a real flower. Let's find a real flower. I don't know what these are called, they're out in the garden. Oh, well, all these plants are out in the garden, but they're just dried beautifully. No, maybe not a flower. I think that is too big. So maybe we just go for What I have also got is a load of fabric that I cut up originally to make page tabs for this new journal, because I figured they'd look, yeah, they got the right kind of. So let's put some papers in. Let's go back for quite like that. Oops, postcode Shropshire. No. It's looking not bad. And then that's, maybe that's a little bit too bright. Although the journal itself, although it's got pinky tones, it is very, oh, I'm quite liking that. Yeah, as a composition. Right, let's go for it. I was having a play around with sticking down dried leaves, and I found this stuff to be about the best. It's so I'm going to start using it all. I think I'll use it all the way through. So if I just stick that one on there. Although the one thing I did find was that it actually it actually made rehydrated the leaves, which is, I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting it. So maybe about there. And then I think, although, do you know what, I think that needs more of a contrast. Got some book paper here. I don't really think we need the writing, the poultry yet. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting it to rehydrate the, the leaves. It was like, oh, okay, they can come back to life. That's, got that. Now, a flower to go dried. Oh, I like that. I think that one suits that. No, that is too long and will get caught. So like any good florist, cut it off on an angle. Now I don't want to stick it all down, and the way it's dried, it's I'm liking the way it's dried with the leaves curled up. That saves me having to do anything. So I think maybe just a line up there and some on there. This stuff does dry clear, and it dries matte, and you can do everything else that you normally do on top of it. Now I'm liking that. I've got somewhere some words. Words. Now I've actually just put some on Etsy. They are just inspirational. Except I did notice a spelling mistake. Smile Seatley. So I have been on and changed this. I quite like this one. So this time, this place. Let's see if I can actually, because it's straight. I want it just to stand up a bit. Yep. Now this is going to need distressing before I put this on. I've quite got into this walnut stain. I can't use it on my pages, I make too much of a mess on the page edges, but for this type of thing, it's brilliant. So I'm thinking that is too let's just stick a bit of should have done this first. Yeah, when you have one of those moments. I think I don't really want my fingerprints on it. Don't you just hate it when your phone keeps telling you you've ignored it? That's better. Let's just stick. As soon as I've started using this stuff. What do we think? There. I don't want it sticking up too much, but I do want a bit of dimension on it. Right, brilliant. Let's put lids on things before I forget. I'm just going to give this a quick, oops, dry. Mind your ears. Okay, I want to highlight that. What have we got? Burnt umber. I can. You go along. You erase the edges almost, and then you decide, and then you get back in and you highlight them again. It's like, okay. I don't understand why I do that, but it seems to work. So. Just a touch. I hope you can see this. It's I've just suddenly realised how far out I am. Oh, that looks better. And then if I go, I think I was looking at this and I think I'm going to leave that edge sticking up. So it does actually look like a bit of notepaper. So if I just go along the edges. Oh, I just heard the delivery man, so if I disappear and it's really bad editing, that's what it was. And then that will stick to that. And there is the tag. If I zoom in a bit now. Yeah, that will look really good in there. This time, this place. Right, there we go. I will be back. I have loads more tags to do. It's good when you can share the pain. Right, I will speak to you all later. Take care now. Bye.